Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
We got 3, we got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check safety.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The drive will start with an option going left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
22, 22.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. shotgun now from Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. To throw again. Murray. Catch is made by Harry. Touchdown, Cardinals. N'Keal Harry, 33 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would...
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 24, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Murray going to run on the option. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see his face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Roquan Smith able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And his throw's going to be in. Complete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
You know what? Why don't you just start
They
over?
will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Smith catches left side. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And they give this time to the tailback. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And he missed it. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense. And look at this. It's a fake. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And he's able to put it through. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll move the chains. This one is Slayton over the middle. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. That's caught at the 2. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bears get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going for it. It's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. First down, Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 46 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Forced out to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 87 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And here's Murray on the keeper. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago. It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And Tate's got it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Able to fall. On it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
22,
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it to nothing.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Sanders. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Anthony Walker gets him for a loss of 5. He is twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. As he throws there, incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And that is not going to get. There it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Julio Jones. 74 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll look to throw again. And finding the tight end Hooper. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. but they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking deep for Julio. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, it's just...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game. Game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do...
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 49 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are back within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Oh, did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. McKenzie returning it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught, Jones. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 38 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. You're watching the NFL. There he goes right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Miles Sanders now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And this one through the uprights and good. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the fourth, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looking deep for Elliott. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This to advance to the divisional round. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fight. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.